Thank you for joining us on this glorious day to celebrate love, light, and romance. All the couples ask that you keep photography to a minimum. Let the pros handle the shots. Absolutely zero flash photography. Talking to you, Square. Just kidding. But not really.
Metaphor for our relationship. Brothers running away.
In a world of uncertainty, in a time of chaos, up feels down, down feels up. Where love is hard to find, and even harder to keep when you find it. But definitely not as hard as finding it and keeping it. But again, it's stupid hard. Searching for companionship, 6 individuals were looking for their missing piece. Rest in peace, Shel Silverstein. Your stories were super insightful and mildly creepy. As they rolled along awkwardly, fate intervened. Brought together by chance, these couples defied the odds and turned a good first impression into a lifetime of memories. Today, we acknowledge these 3 legendary couples for never giving up. Now, let's make some noise for Pastor Jim! Pastor Jim! Anyone seen Pastor Jim? Okay. Just getting word. Pastor Jim is stuck in traffic and can't make it. Crap. Is there officiants in the crowd? Anyone? Square, put your hand down. Crap. Rev Rye, where you at?
I'm here.
We need you, man.
I'm a little bit busy.
Come on.
I'm not even prepared.
Come on.
All right, let's start the party. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing this evening? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my goodness, what a night! Are we having some fun yet? I don't know if you've heard about me, but I'm the legendary Rev Rye, and I'm here to officiate this beautiful evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to slow it down a little bit and talk about something that's very near and dear to me. It is on. Should I talk like this? All right, I'm sorry. All right, maybe turn up the mic a little bit. Sorry, technical difficulties. That's why you have a soft open. All right, remember that, kids. Mother, father. What? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here this evening. Gathered here this evening to celebrate this glorious union between these 2 amazing souls. For tonight, we're honoring their achievement of 50 years of blissful marriage. This is a huge deal. Let's make some noise! Let us now look back at what also shares this common date. McDonald's releases the Quarter Pounder with cheese. The first electronic mail was sent from a computer about half the size of this room. The women of Switzerland were granted the right to vote, and the floppy disk was invented. I don't know if you guys remember what a floppy disk was. That was invented 50 years ago. Much like the Quarter Pounder with cheese, Ron and Linda are here to stay. I really got it right here. of 3,687 wins by knockout. Only one loss, also by knockout. Jason Big Boy! In my right corner, hailing from Buchtel, Arizona, weighing in at That's all right, I don't need a microphone, it'll come back up for difficulty. Hailing from Buchtel, Arizona, weighing in at with a record of 1 win by knockout, Jennifer the Head! We went over the rules in the back. This will be a clean fight. Keep your guard up at all times, and when the bell rings, come out swinging. Let's get ready to rumble! Guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're undersized, we're outmatched, hell. They got 30 years on us. You know what we got? We got grit. We got determination. We got grit to get the dirty work done in the trenches. We got determination never to give up the fight. We got grit to when we get hit, we hit back twice as hard. We got determination to always put our best foot forward.
Yeah.
You guys got that? Yes, go! I said you guys got that? Yes, go! Big time fight! Big time fight! Let it fight! Let it fight! Let it win! I feel something! I feel something! I feel it! It's moving through me! It's moving through me! Wait a minute, wait, we're getting close. We're getting close, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sir, would it be truthful if you say that you are blind? Sir. Would I be honest in stating that you have lost the ability to see? Well, we're going to heal you there tonight. Come on down. Bring him on down, brothers. He's got a love even inside of him. This man, whether you can believe it or not, is completely and 100% totally blind. He cannot see a thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm going to pull in the spirit to heal. Sir, I'm going to give you your vision back. Ready? I said, Bob. Oh no.
Now we do.
Refill. That backfired. Did not see that one coming. Hey, you signed the waiver, right? You signed the waiver? He signed the waiver. Okay, we're all good. He signed the waiver. We're okay.
He didn't sign a waiver.
Oh, shoot. Give him the waiver. Give him the waiver. Mother, father, you are beautiful. Love you to bits. Let's let's take a look back at the late 60s when you guys met. The hairstyles, oh, the hairstyles. Oh, lead, it was everywhere and everything. Whoops. Asbestos. Whoops. That's okay, drinking and driving, no big deal. We're all right. And smoking on a plane was a hip thing to do. Man, oh man, we have come a long way. But some things never change. Walk with me back through the halls of Beaverton High. Round to the cock of the walk. Ladies wanted to be with him, men wanted to be him. There was no shortage of female suitors lining up for a mustache ride. I'm kidding. He didn't have a mustache yet. Mother, sweet, innocent, angelic, virginal mother of mine. I'm told she was somewhat of a tomboy. A sexy tomboy. Mom's a strong-willed woman, and when she wants something, nothing could get in her way. So there Ron was, leaning up against a locker, entertaining a crowd with a clever story. Little did he know, Linda had him in her sights. She jumped left, she dodged right, she snuck up behind him, and bang! Shot him with a cap gun. Now we can stop everything right now and talk about how Mom's a huge advocate for gun safety. I can explain to the younger kids what a cap gun is. Hell, we can talk about how a gun was on a school campus, but it was the 60s. Shortly after they bumped into each other, they were tasked by the homecoming committee to do a chore. They wandered off. By the time they wandered back, they were hand in hand, and Mom had Dad's jacket around her shoulders. Love moves fast when it's true, and your guys' love is true. Then they also told me that yoga in the backseat of the 65 Mustang had something to do with it. I wasn't born yet, I looked it up. Yoga was very popular back in the late 60s. That was a really small back seat. It was a yoga doll! That's disgusting! Gross! Oh, you guys, that's gross. I drove that car. Gross. Is this not your soundtrack, brother? I nailed it. Brother, sister, what a ride you two have been on. Let's transport back to the late 90s. Vanilla Ice. Timeless. Pauly Shore was a movie star. Brightly colored, oversized pants were cool. And the hunting exotic trophy animals was at an all-time high. Now, if you know this, but Jason's a hunter. He sets his sights on something, it's going down. Growing up in downtown Chandler, God's country, Jason had no shortage of exotic animals to hone his skills. Pigeon, squirrel, coyote, the occasional jackrabbit or two. Jason grew tired of this shortly and moved on to the most elusive of prey. Jennifer. Jennifer was a big deal and she knew it. Scholar, cheer captain, advocate for homeless pandas. Jay watched her and learned his prey. Saw his opportunity at a party shortly after Jennifer graduated high school and he made his move. He walked up on her, all the business, laid it on, smooth. Jen tried to thwart off his advances, but it was too late. They decided on their first date. They went to Olive Garden. Free bride and free salad, you slot dog, you. That was it. They were in love. This is usually the part of the story where I'd say he then stuffed and mounted her. But that's my sister, and that would be gross. You slap dog. I never got a breadstick. You're done. I'm sorry. That was it. I dropped the mic. All right. I think that's all I can say. We were talking about stuff in a mouth, my sister. We are learning a lot of intimate details about our family here today, aren't we? Let you and I look back at Y2K. We thought that computers were going to end the world. April of 2000 was the month that changed our lives forever. There I was, working at Red Lobster, in my prime. Young stud. My hair, perfect. My beard, not quite there yet. Brightly colored fish shirt, check. In walks the most stunning woman I've ever seen in my life. And she was at my table, so I instantly started talking hard, dancing to the music, mouthing the words. Every opportunity I got, I was at her table, bringing her food, ketchup, whatever she needed. She finished her meal and her and her party went to the door. Handed me a little piece of paper. I looked down at her in my manliest voice. I said, "What is this?" She batted her eyes and looked up at me, and her most sultry voice said, "Whatever you make of it, big boy." Boom! Ryan strikes again, like shooting fish in a barrel. Another female absolutely enamored with my skills. It was probably my dancing. So this is where Brett and I differ from the other couples up here today. You see, when I asked Jen and Jay, Mom and Dad, how they met, they both had the same story. You asked Bretta how that encounter went, and she remembers it a little differently than I do. She walked in the door, hungover, just wanting some scampi. Sees a guy in the corner, dancing out of rhythm. She thought it looked okay from afar, but when I got closer, she thought, oh my God, he's a lot younger than he looks. But that was it, I had her. She gave me her number, I called her a few days later. We set our first date, Red Robin. I'm a romantic like that. All you can eat fries, brother, you know what I'm talking about, it gets her. First thing she did is pulled out a picture of Morgan and told me all about her daughter. She was the cutest. That was it. We ate our meal, had a couple of drinks. Bretta then stole the glasses those drinks were in. and the seasoning. We still have those glasses to this day. But if you ask her how that went, she probably would have a different recollection of that as well. I love you, baby. Oh, I forgot to mention too, another funny anecdote while we're waiting on a music change. She was on time to the date, and I was late. Anybody that knows this can appreciate that right there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I feel it again. Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel it again. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, all right. Oh, yes. Go snap. All right, let's go. Oh, it says something. Oh, the spirits are telling me. I can feel it. Hang on. I can feel it. Where's he at? Sir, excuse me, sir. Would it be right of me to say that you are terrified of COVID, especially the Alpha and Delta variant? I'm afraid of all the and needles. Well, guess what? Today, for a limited time, we're offering free holy vaccinations. Brothers, bring them on down. Woo! I got the spirit. The last one was a backfire. I'm 0 for 1. Let's see what we got. All right. Let me gather. Okay, I feel it flowing through me, brothers. I feel the holy chakra coming on, brothers. I feel the holy chakra coming on. Got him! saw it. That was legal. That was a riveting game of Duck Duck Goose. Let's clap it up for Coach DJ. I was on the edge of my seat. Get it? Dad jokes are free tonight, guys. Come on, you gotta make some more noise for that. Mother, Father, I love you guys to bits. I just want you to know that, okay? You're beautiful, baby. You're absolutely stunning. You're all right. She's stunning. 50 years is a long time. A long time. But you guys have proven over and over again that with love and hard work, anything is possible. And a good son. Number one son. Favorite child. Favorite child, right? No. They just said it on mic. We got that on video. Got that on video? Got that on video.
I know better.
You guys leave huge shoes to fill. But when you look around at what we're doing up here tonight, it should make you proud of how much you've rubbed off on us. It ain't my fault. You have... Your original vows are your foundation for such a successful marriage. But I'd like to add a couple of funny ideas to celebrate your time together. Look deeply into each other's eyes. I will ask you then up with the mic so we can hear what you say, okay? Mom, do you promise to remind Dad at least 2 days before an anniversary or a birthday because we don't want to find out what happens when he forgets?
You betcha.
You betcha. Yes, that's fine. You betcha's good too. Sarah Palin. Father, do you promise to grow old and crusty together? Shake your fists at teenagers together and continually talk about the olden days, how they were better, cheaper, and generally more wholesome? What? All right, not what I was expecting. Mother, do you promise not to steal the covers unless Dad's hogging them?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I do. All right, you heard it here, folks. Dad, do you promise to unclog the drain in the shower even though only one of you has hair? Absolutely. Mother, do you promise to make sure Dad always has coffee and a box of delicious red wine?
Yes, definitely.
Good woman right there. Box of red wine, it's delicious. Father, do you promise to make sure Mom always has fuzzy socks to keep her feet warm and a full bottle of tequila? You bet. You bet. Well, and now, by the power vested in me, by the Universal Church of the good old USA, it's now my great pleasure to again pronounce you wife and husband. You may kiss your husband. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it gives me that. Hands up, let's go. Hands up. Yeah! Oh, boo. That's bad. Thought I trained him better. Brother. Sister. Sister. Brother. What a ride you've been on. Crazy night, huh? We are never going to forget this. The only thing that could make tonight even more special would be a masterfully composed, synchronized swimming routine. You know what I'm talking about. This guy knows what I'm talking about. You guys have been through a lot and have only grown stronger. 18 years is no laughing matter. Or maybe it is, you see. Jason is the second funniest human I've ever met in my life. His sense of humor, is the fertilizer that keeps your relationship in full bloom. Full bloom. Sister, your ability to be there for anyone, anywhere, anytime, whether it be day or whether it be night, is the earth that provides stability for your blossom to bloom. Shameless landscaper jokes. Those are also free. Now I'd like to share a couple of funny I-dos with you to celebrate this time. Sister, do you promise to love, honor, and cherish Jason, even if he hits you with a Dutch oven from time to time? You gotta love the good with the bad. Brother, do you promise to protect and love Jen, even if she orders a cheeseburger, plain, well done, ketchup only at a fancy restaurant?
I do.
All right. Jen, do you promise to love Jason as much as your two dogs, Tank and Brindy? And when you give them love, give him love. And when you give them treats, give him treats.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't right. I better be seeing a lot more treats. Getting skinny. Brother, do you promise to love Jen as much as the Bears? Wow, you guys are proud of your team. There are no Bears fans out there? That was sad. I was expecting a little bit more, at least one. Rough. And not hold it against her if she roots for the Seahawks from time to time. Maybe not this season. Maybe not this season. Jen, you promise to love Jay forever. Brother, you promise to protect her and listen to her when she comes home from a long day of work and she talks about all the dumb people she met, as long as it's in the off season. Well then, by the power vested in me, by the Universal Life Church of the good old USA, and under strict guidance by the Donald J. Trump, it is now my great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife again. You may kiss the bride.
Who's that whispering in the trees? It's two cities and they're on leave. Hats and chains and swinging hands.
Who's your daddy? Yes, I am.
Jack can't stay now. You can't run down now. You better stay away.
My love, will you please join us up here right now? Looking absolutely stunning. This is the hardest part of the ceremony. I just want you to know that, okay? So Bretta's been there for me through this entire thing, letting me rehearse, but this part, I haven't shared with her yet. First of all, I'd like to talk about your guys' kiss. That was beautiful. God, you guys are so in love. I just love you both. I have many brothers, but very few let me do the things you let me do to you. Babe, you are my everything. My sun, my moon, my stars, my universe. Morgan, you are not up here by chance. You just thought you were filling in, huh? She made me promise I wouldn't draw any attention to her. She wasn't going to speak. But I lied. When I met your mom and realized she was my soulmate, she came with a bonus. You. From the moment we met, the three of us started a family. I never questioned where you came from, and I've always considered you mine. Babe, what a ride. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. Good times, a few bad. Our relationship has been tested a couple of times. You know, I love you, and I know you love me, and I know we think our kids are just swell. You know, it's funny, you love all your kids, we only like some of them, you know, it's weird. I never questioned us making it 20 years. Cal, the day we met, I saw us growing old together and never looked back. Mom and Dad have set a real good example of what love and hard work can accomplish. A perfect marriage is just two imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other. So now I'd like to add a couple of updated I do's. I want you to look at me though. Love of my life, do you promise to cherish in friendship and love today, tomorrow, and for as long as we live? To trust and honor me, to love me faithfully through the best and the worst, whatever may come, and if you should ever doubt, remember your love for me and why we came together in this life.
I do.
Right, thank God. I wasn't sure where that was. I had a question mark. Ryan? Yes. Do you promise to cherish in love and in friendship, in strength and in weakness, in success and in disappointment, to love Greta faithfully today, tomorrow, and for as long as you two shall live? I do, baby. Babe, do you promise to always compliment me on my laundry folding skills? Despite how terrible they are, and no matter how many times you try to teach me how to do it right.
At least you do the laundry.
All right, I'll take that. Ryan? Yes? Do you promise to make sure there's always a jacket in every car you own, even if it's 125 degrees out, so Greta stays warm? I do. Darling, do you promise to put up with Ryan no matter how many football teams he coaches because he's crazy and half the kids aren't even his? Okay, all right. Ryan, do you promise to share your home with 100 animals that all need a safe place to live and run a small domestic farm? I do. Love of my life. Do you, we did this today. Do you promise to always give me directions whenever I'm driving, no matter if I've been there 100 times or I've lived here my entire life, because I have no idea where I'm going?
Yes.
Well then, by the power vested in me, by the hard to get in unless you have $39 in about 15 minutes, Universal Life Church, and under the strict guidance of the Coach Pete Carroll, I now repronounce us husband and wife. I'm gonna kiss my bride.
All right, I'd like to call the three couples down for their second first dance.
Being with you gets me there. I watch the sunlight dance across the face, and I think this will
Oh, you guys look so
All right, here we go.